Hello everyone. Good evening. I am Kiranjit Kaur, your course instructor for this module, Organizational Behavior and Human Resource Management. So I hope that all the students has watched my intro video on this official YouTube channel. If have not, then please do watch the YouTube video. So as you know that this module is divided into four submodules. So today we are starting with our first submodule, that is organizational behavior, all about organizational behavior. So let's get started. So first we'll know what is organizational behavior. So, organizational behavior describes how people behave and interact with each other inside an organization and how it influences the organization. So, it means that in the organization, how employees are dealing with their colleagues, how they are behaving with them, and how they are reacting towards their opinions. Next is nature of organization behavior. So now we'll discuss what are the natures of organization behavior. So they are a field of study and not a discipline. It is an interdisciplinary approach. It is an applied science. It is a normative science. It is humanistic and optimistic. It is oriented towards organizational objectives. And it is a total systems approach. So now you must be wondering, what is the meaning of this and how? So, a field of study and not a discipline means organizational behavior is a separate field of study. We need to study it differently to know people's association in the group, like how they work in a team or group and how they contribute in the group. It is not a discipline because the information and knowledge in organizational behavior comes from various fields. That's why we also call it interdisciplinary approach. So now what is interdisciplinary approach? Now why we called it interdisciplinary? Because it borrows concepts from different theories, models and practices from social sciences, psychology and anthropology to know human behavior. Next, it's an applied science. So, why it is an applied science? Because we observe the behaviors of people or employees in different situations, in groups, and as an individual also. And then we apply various researches to solve the organizational problems related to human behavior. Next is normative science. So now, what is normative science and why it is normative science? Because when we study the human behavior, we discuss the cause and effect relationship, which means that how should a human behave in a particular situation and how he should not. Next is humanistic and optimistic. So, organizational behavior applies a humanistic and optimistic approach because we discuss the relation related to human behavior. It deals with the thinking and feeling of the employees or human. So, organizational behavior is based on the belief that people have the desire to be independent, to be creative, and to be productive. Next is oriented towards organizational objectives. Organization behavior is totally focused on achieving organizational objectives by focusing on different methods to make good organization environment and increase productivity. Next, a total system approach. So, the system approach has been developed by behavior scientists to analyze human behavior. This approach gives manager a way of looking at the organization as a whole person, whole group, and the whole social system. Next, we'll discuss opportunities for organization behavior. Working with people from different culture, we get the chance to work with people who are from different cultures, different nations, different regions, and different states. Improving people skills. So organization behavior helps in improving people skills. So in organization, when we deal with people from different cultures, we build a strong network. We becomes an extrovert person, and hence we increase our people skills. Now, creating a positive work environment. So if we are dealing with people, we have good people skills, we have good communication skill. So in the groups or in the team, we will have a positive work environment, because the people with whom we'll be working, we know their nature, we have totally understanding about their opinions. Now next, scope of organizational behavior, impact of personality on performance. So as we all know that our personality reflects upon performance, so it helps to enhance our personality so that our performance will be productive. Employee motivation. So employee motivation is a major part of organizational behavior, because managers can motivate their employees by giving them short breaks and by helping them. Next is leadership skills. We also build leadership skills because in a presentation on in a project, if we have some opinions and ideas and the upper level management respect that opinions, so we are building a leadership skills, because they will let us lead a specific team or a group to achieve a specific goal. Next is how to create effective teams and groups. So in the organization behavior, you know how your colleagues are, so you can build a good effective teams and groups. Management of conflict and stress. So it also helps to manage conflict and stress by applying various methods and tools. Organizational development. So if the performance will be productive, for sure it will lead to organization development. Next is organization culture. So if the development will be good, the employees are dealing with each other in a good way, then it will leads to enhance in organizational culture. Next, importance of organizational behavior. So, what are the importances of organizational behavior? We'll discuss now. First is organizational behavior provides a roadmap to our lives in the organizations. So, people bring their ideas in the workplace. Some people dream, some people hopes, and some people have their own fears. But there are also some people who know how to cope up with all the situations. So, the organization behavior helps us building a good environment in the organization through different events that are conducted by the managers. It helps individuals understand themselves in a better fashion. So in the organizational behavior, if we are interacting with our colleagues, so will it will help us to understand them in a good way. Next is it helps manager to manage human resources effectively. Organizational behavior helps manager to manage the people's behavior and the organization effectively. It enables managers to inspire and motivate employees towards high productivity and better results. Next is it helps organization for maintaining industrial relationships. So organizational behavior help in understanding the cause of a problem, and it predicts the future of that particular problem and control its consequences. So as a result, managers are able to maintain good industry relationships. So now we'll discuss Hawthorne experiment. So this experiment was conducted in four parts. First is illumination experiment, second is relay assembly test room experiment, third is interviewing program, fourth is bank wiring test room experiment. So it was conducted between 1924 and 1932 at Western Electric Company at Chicago, USA. So this experiment was conducted to know that if we make changes in any factor in the workplace, will it help or not? So in the illumination experiment, they see that will the increasing and decreasing of lights at the workplace will help or not. So as a result, it increases the employees productivity, but not as much if we compare it with the social factors. Second is relay assembly test room experiment. So, as the conclusion of this experiment, we got to know that if manager supervises the employees in friendly or sportive manner and give them short breaks, then they will work effectively and feel motivated, and then the productivity will also increase. Third is interviewing program. So, after doing this experiment, the conclusion was that it is very important to motivate the employees. If their complaints and issues were listened by the managers and they get a chance once in a while to meet with the upper manager, they will feel motivated and their productivity will also increase. Next is bank wiring test room experiment. At the conclusion of this experiment, we got to know that there is a formal structure that everyone follows in the organization. But sometimes the workers maintain an informal structure and we can't overlook it because it also plays an important role to keep the employees motivated. So, thank you all for joining in. So, now the house is open for questions. So, please feel free to post your questions or doubts in the comment section. And I want to tell you one more thing, that on the next Tuesday, means on 8th Feb, we are having our second module live, and the topic for that module is Introduction to Human Resource Management. So please everyone make sure to join that session also, and share with your friends, subscribe to our channel and like and comment. So now everyone please feel free to tell me your doubts and queries. Thank you Study Stone, thank you Harpit Kaur. So anybody, if you have any doubts or you want to any clarification, so please let me know. If you need any clarification, you have any doubts, feel free. So everyone, do you want to know anything? Please write down in the comment section. So I think there are no more comments, so we can now end this session right now. Thank you all for joining in.